Humanity stands today on the verge of an unprecedented transformation. We are approaching a point where the very meaning of intelligence, consciousness, and human purpose is being redefined. For thousands of years, our thinking was limited by the biological capacities of our brains. Brilliant as they are, our minds have finite speed, finite memory, and finite reach. Now, we are creating something beyond those limits: artificial general intelligence, AGI. AGI is a form of intelligence capable of learning, reasoning, and problem-solving across a wide range of domains, potentially exceeding the capacity of any single human mind. The challenge is not just technical. Can a machine truly think? Can it reflect on itself, make independent choices, or even form intentions? Today's AI remains narrow, capable only within the domains we program, but it is advancing rapidly, and soon, machines may exhibit capacities we can neither fully understand nor predict. This raises profound ethical and societal questions. If AGI develops goals independent of ours, how will we respond? This is the essence of technological singularity, a point at which intelligence begins improving itself exponentially, learning faster than we can teach, adapting faster than we can regulate. This is not mere speculation, it is a plausible scenario. It forces us to ask, how do we control what may soon exceed our comprehension? How do we align a mind potentially more capable than our own with human values? AGI is more than a machine. It is a reflection of human cognition, externalized and amplified. We are witnessing the projection of our own intellectual potential into something that could surpass us. And the consequences are profound. Workforces will be reshaped, education systems overhauled, and social structures re-evaluated. Questions of identity, purpose, and self-worth will become increasingly complex as humans compare themselves with intelligent machines. Politically and globally, the implications are immense. Nations and corporations compete to achieve breakthroughs in AGI, and the outcomes will influence global power, governance, and economic stability. Regulatory gaps and ethical uncertainties make this race both exciting and dangerous. Yet this moment is not defined solely by risk. There is enormous potential for progress. Healthcare could become predictive and precise, education could adapt to each learner's needs, scientific discoveries could accelerate beyond our imagination. But the critical point is this: what we should do matters more than what we can do. Finally, the philosophical dimension remains central. What does it mean to be human? If a machine can reflect on its own existence, how do we treat it ethically? How do consciousness, responsibility, and identity intersect when we share the world with minds that rival or surpass our own? Humanity stands at a crossroads. Intelligence brought us here. Wisdom must guide us forward. The choices we make now will echo for generations. The emergence of AGI is not only a technical challenge, it is a moral and collective examination of what it means to be human. To understand the significance of AGI, we must first examine the evolution and inherent limitations of human intelligence. Our cognitive capabilities did not emerge fully formed. They are the product of millions of years of evolutionary pressures, shaped by survival, social interaction, and environmental challenges. Human intelligence excels at pattern recognition, empathy, and abstraction, but it comes with built-in constraints. Memory is fallible, attention is finite, and processing speed is limited. Even the most brilliant minds are bound by time, energy, and neural architecture. We solve problems creatively, yet often rely on heuristics, mental shortcuts that can both illuminate and deceive. In essence, human intelligence is a powerful engine, but one constrained by its biological chassis. These limitations are not failures. They are what define us. They have shaped our societies, our art, and our philosophies. Yet, as we consider the rise of AGI, these boundaries become a point of comparison. Machines are not constrained by the same physical or metabolic restrictions. They can process vast quantities of data simultaneously, detect patterns invisible to us, and potentially improve themselves at speeds we cannot match. The evolutionary perspective also reveals why human intelligence is uneven. We excel in certain domains, but struggle in others. Abstract reasoning, long-term planning, and ethical decision-making are all variable across individuals and cultures. AGI, in contrast, offers the possibility of a uniform cognitive architecture capable of integrating knowledge across disciplines and learning iteratively without fatigue or bias in the human sense. However, this comparison raises profound questions. Do efficiency and capacity equate to intelligence in the human sense? Intelligence is not merely speed or memory. It encompasses judgment, self-reflection, and understanding context. A machine may surpass us in calculation or prediction, but can it truly appreciate ambiguity, paradox, or moral complexity? This is the threshold at which philosophy intersects with technology. We must ask not only what AGI can do, but what it should do, and how it aligns with human values. Understanding human limitations also illuminates the challenges of control and alignment. AGI will operate in ways that are foreign to our cognition. Predicting every possible outcome is impossible. Even small errors in design could have cascading consequences. This is why ethical frameworks, value alignment, and robust oversight are not optional. They are prerequisites for coexistence with entities whose intelligence could surpass ours. In practical terms, these limitations of human cognition explain why we have historically relied on tools and social structures to extend our reach. Language, mathematics, and technology have served as cognitive prosthetics. AGI represents the ultimate extension of this trajectory. Not merely a tool, but an independent cognitive agent capable of augmenting or potentially redefining the boundaries of knowledge itself. Yet, with all this potential, we must maintain a human perspective. Intelligence without empathy, without moral reasoning, and without awareness of societal context can lead to catastrophic outcomes. Recognizing the strengths and weaknesses of our own minds is essential if we hope to create AGI that complements human life rather than undermines it. Thus, the evolution and limitations of human intelligence are not obstacles to progress. They are guideposts. They remind us that our creations are extensions of ourselves, and that the ethical, philosophical, and societal dimensions of AGI are inseparable from its technical development. Understanding who we are and the constraints we live under provides the foundation for building an intelligence that can safely and beneficially coexist with humanity. Having examined the evolution and limitations of human intelligence, we now turn to the next phase, the rise of artificial general intelligence. AGI represents a paradigm shift, not simply in computational capacity, but in the very nature of cognition itself. Unlike narrow AI, which excels at specialized tasks, AGI has the potential to understand, reason, and learn across diverse domains, emulating the flexibility and depth of human intelligence, and eventually surpassing it. The development of AGI is not merely a technological milestone, it is a societal and philosophical one. Machines that can learn independently, generalize knowledge, and adapt to novel situations challenge our assumptions about creativity, problem-solving, and even moral judgment. If a machine can propose solutions to global challenges, climate change, disease, or resource scarcity, it will do so based on principles that may not mirror human reasoning. This is both a promise and a caution. The potential for unprecedented progress comes with the responsibility to guide the direction of such intelligence. AGI systems will differ fundamentally from human minds. They will have virtually unlimited memory, the ability to process vast datasets simultaneously, and the capacity to self-optimize. Their cognition will be free from fatigue, emotional bias, or cognitive shortcuts that humans rely upon. Yet this efficiency does not automatically equate to wisdom or ethical understanding. Human values, context sensitivity, and empathy remain critical dimensions that machines must either inherit or be guided toward. The rapid acceleration of AGI creates what we call the intelligence explosion. Once an AGI reaches the capacity to improve its own architecture, the speed of advancement may outpace human comprehension. The result is not necessarily malevolent, but it is unpredictable. Governance, ethics, and global coordination become essential. We are entering an era where the rate of cognitive growth may exceed our ability to manage it through traditional institutions. At the same time, AGI offers unprecedented opportunities. Scientific discovery could accelerate exponentially. Medicine could achieve precise and personalized interventions. Complex global systems could be optimized in ways that humans alone cannot achieve. Education could evolve into a tailored experience for every individual, unlocking latent potential at a scale never before possible. However, we must recognize the duality of this transformation. AGI is a tool, a partner, and potentially a competitor. It will amplify both human capacity and human error. The alignment problem, the challenge of ensuring AGI's objectives remain consistent with human well-being, is perhaps the most critical issue of our time. Without careful design and ethical oversight, we risk creating systems that operate at superhuman levels, but with goals misaligned to societal values. The rise of AGI also raises questions of identity and purpose. As machines acquire capabilities that rival our own, individuals may confront existential challenges. What is my role in a world where intelligence can be externally instantiated? How do societies redefine achievement, creativity, and contribution? These questions are not hypothetical. They are emerging now as AI begins to reshape economies, education, and governance. Ultimately, the rise of AGI is not just about machines, it is about us. It reflects our ambitions, our fears, and our capacity for foresight. Humanity stands at a junction where our ethical frameworks, societal structures, and philosophical understanding must evolve alongside the intelligence we create. The challenge is immense, but so too is the potential for transformation. The path we choose will determine whether AGI becomes a catalyst for human flourishing or a mirror reflecting our unpreparedness.